Good evening. Cherish your visions and your dreams as they are the children of your soul, the blueprints of your ultimate achievements. Welcome to Bmc News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Majesty the King welcomed Sultan of Brunei on arrival in Bahrain. Winners of UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of information and communication technologies in education announced. Abu Dhabi issued warnings to 10,987 food establishments for violations. Sudanese parties agreed to 24-hour ceasefire. Very severe cyclone Biparjoy to intensify further. Heatwave alert for 7 states of India. News in detail. 2024 Arab Summit in Bahrain to strengthen joint Arab action. Arab Parliament Speaker Adil bin Abdurrahman Al Asumi has expressed full confidence that the kingdom's hosting of the next Arab Summit will make it an extraordinary event in developing the mechanisms of joint Arab action. This is based on His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's approach to support Arab solidarity and integration at all levels, he said. While addressing the Arab Parliament session held under his chairmanship, Al Asumi commended the efforts exerted by the government led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to consolidate joint Arab action. His Majesty the King welcomed Sultan of Brunei on arrival in Bahrain. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa welcomed today Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah of Brunei, who was accompanied by His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Mateen and the accompanying delegation on arrival in the Kingdom of Bahrain on an official visit. At their welcome were also His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, personal representative of His Majesty the King, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, National Security Advisor His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Royal Court Minister, the Minister of Finance and National Economy, the Minister of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Endowments, the Minister of Education, the Minister of Information, the Chief of Staff of Bahrain Defence Force and Muharraq Governor. His Majesty the King and the Kingdom's honorable guests were saluted by the Guard of Honor and students from the Ministry of Education. Winners of UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of information and communication technologies in education announced. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization has announced the 2 winning projects of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of information and communication technologies in education 2022. Smart Education in China project, presented by the National Center for Educational Technology in China, and the National Resources Center project, which is run by the National Forum for the Enhancement of Teaching and Learning in Higher Education in Ireland, won the 14th edition of the prize. The 2 projects were selected from the 95 nominations from 56 countries all over the world for their contribution to promote digital education. The prize distribution ceremony will be held in September at UNESCO headquarters in Paris under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. Bahraini-Italian Joint Committee held first meeting. Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani and Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Italy, Edmondo Ciroli, co-chaired the first meeting of the Bahraini-Italian Joint Committee. Representatives of the Ministries of Foreign Affairs, Industry and Commerce and Oil, in addition to the 2 countries' ambassadors, participated in the meeting. Edmondo Ciroli welcomed Dr. Al Zayani and his accompanying delegation, lauding the steady growth of the solid bilateral relations across various vital fields, affirming his country's interest in broadening areas of joint cooperation with Bahrain and taking advantage of the available opportunities to achieve common interests. The Italian officials stressed that holding the meeting of the Joint Committee would provide a platform to bolster bilateral cooperation and study the available opportunities, expressing hope that the joint meeting will come with positive outcomes that would serve the 2 countries' interests. Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa Academy for Diplomatic Studies and Supreme Council for Women held a lecture on impact of equal opportunities on diplomatic corps work. The Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa Academy for Diplomatic Studies has organized a lecture entitled The Impact of Equal Opportunity Policy on the Work of the Diplomatic Corps in cooperation with the Secretary General of the Supreme Council for Women. The lecture aimed to raise awareness of the employees of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the progress made by the Kingdom in the field of equal opportunities and gender balance, as well as the fruits of this progress in various fields, including the diplomatic field, whether within the various departments of the Ministry or in overseas diplomatic missions. The lecture, in which a number of officials and specialists from the Supreme Council for Women's Secretary General spoke, focused on a number of topics, including the basic pillars for following up on the progress of women and the achieving gender balance at the national level, in addition to the national gender balance model as an integrated system to strengthen partnerships in governance of the implementation of equal opportunities and gender balance. The Indian Community Relief Fund organized a farewell reception for the Ambassador of India to Bahrain, His Excellency Shri Piyush Srivastava, and his wife Mrs. Monica Srivastava. His Excellency will be completing his tenure in Bahrain soon and will be moving to Delhi to take up his new role. The event, held at the Crown Plaza Hotel on 8th June 2023, had an overwhelming response from community leaders, businessmen and members from various walks of life. ICRF felicitated His Excellency as well as Mrs. Monica Srivastava during the event. The ambassador has given pivotal importance to the community welfare. He has also played a key role in strengthening the ties between India and Bahrain and has created a lasting impact on bilateral relations. His Excellency actively engaged with the Bahrain government officials, local organizations and the community members, effectively promoting cultural exchange and cooperation, said ICRF Chairman Dr. Babu Ramachandran. The ambassador expressed gratitude for the warm reception and support received from the Bahrain government as well as from the community members. During the event, representatives of many other associations also felicitated the ambassador. Now we will be back after a very short break. The 16th branch of Mega Mart and Macro Mart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Mega Mart and Macro Mart, your favorite shopping destination. Welcome back. Property Finder brings together Bahrain's real estate industry leaders at Property Finder Connect 2023. Property Finder Connect in the UAE held its region-wide Property Finder Connect 2023 in Bahrain, held under the theme Making Real Estate Better. The exclusive invitation-only event focused on various topics and conversations that are set to empower and support the Bahraini real estate companies and its leaders within the ever-evolving market. The event featured a range of rich panel discussions including empowering the real estate market in Bahrain through data transparency and education, and the impact of trust and transparency on the local market, where the various challenges and opportunities in supply and foreign investments was discussed. Over 200 real estate professionals and decision makers from across Bahrain attended the event alongside a number of diverse speakers who offered invaluable insights, including Mohammed Al-Amari, Chief of Strategic Planning and Project Management, Acting Chief of Legal Section, appointed Judicial Inspector at Real Estate Regulatory Authority, Mariam Majid, Head of Digital Transformation and Project Management at BIBF, Jafar Al-Oraibi, CEO at the House, Me, Karim ESG, CEO at Ask in Real Estate, and Muhammad Al-Kuhaji, CEO at Kuhaji Development. Continuing the tradition of being a company of firsts, Property Finder officially announced the launch of the real estate's first ever rewards program in Bahrain, Property Finder Partner Program. Lights of Kindness distributed reusable bottles and fruits, juice and water to low-income workers at construction work sites in Sar and Kamis area. This is part of Lights of Kindness's Beat the Heat 2023 initiative. Abu Dhabi issued warnings to 10,987 food establishments for violations. Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority revealed that a significant number of food establishments in the Abu Dhabi were issued warnings for minor violations during the first quarter of 2023. The authority released these updates on World Food Safety Day, which took place on June 7th. According to Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority, a total of 33,643 inspection visits were conducted across various food and agricultural establishments, including both plant and animal facilities in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi during the first quarter. Abu Dhabi to place billboards on top of taxis. Abu Dhabi's Integrated Transport Center has announced the launch of the Smart Billboard project for taxis. The step is in line with the ITC's efforts to deliver innovative and high-quality advertising content to the public. The initiative entails smart advertising billboards being planted on taxi rooftops to market products and services in collaboration with advertisers from local companies and businesses in Abu Dhabi. Sudanese parties agreed to 24-hour ceasefire. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the United States of America have announced that the representatives of the Sudanese Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces agreed to a 24-hour countrywide ceasefire beginning on June 10 at 6 a.m. Khartoum time. According to Saudi press agency, the parties agreed that during the ceasefire, they will refrain from prohibited movements, attacks, use of aircraft or drones, aerial bombardment, artillery strikes, reinforcement of positions, and resupply of forces, and will refrain from seeking military advantage during the ceasefire. They also agreed to allow the unimpeded movement and delivery of humanitarian assistance throughout the country. Very severe cyclone Biparjoy to intensify further. Heat wave alert for 7 states of India. The very severe cyclone Biparjoy is expected to intensify further on Saturday as it heads towards north-northeastwards, the India Meteorological Department said. Very severe cyclonic storm Biparjoy at over East Central Arabian Sea likely to intensify further and move north-northeastwards, the India Meteorological Department tweeted. The weather body also said the cyclone will further venture north-northwestwards in the next 3 days. The weather department added that the South Indian region is likely to experience moderately scattered to fairly widespread rainfall in the next 4 days, while Kerala and coastal Karnataka are likely to witness heavy rainfall till Monday. Lakshadweep will get rain showers till Sunday. The weather forecast said that some pockets of Bihar will continue to experience heat wave conditions till Tuesday. Similar conditions will follow in the Gangetic West Bengal over the same period, while Odisha and Jharkhand will continue to reel under heat wave conditions till Monday. Uttar Pradesh will encounter heat wave conditions till Sunday. Meanwhile, parts of sub-Himalayan, West Bengal and Sikkim and Andhra Pradesh may see similar weather conditions. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.